and we are back. Today I'm actually doing this on the actual day for today's December the 19th. Today actually is December the 19th, and I'm not doing this the night beforehand and pretending it is because I ran out of time last night. So here we go. I'm recording this on two microphones. I have a third cool funky microphone thing, but it doesn't seem to be recognized on my Windows laptop, which is a shame because it looks cool, as do all neat things. So let's go with 19. So this 19 is the last day on this side of the board. Alright, so we've finally captured all of these pieces in the great board game that is Lego. And what exciting thing can we use to break open the box today? How about a really old spindle of solder that we can use to break this open? I've had this for a very, very long time. So my dad gave this to me when I was a kid, believe it or not. So I'm sure it seems to still work. I'm only about halfway through. So anyway, again, a thing for another channel that we haven't started yet. Let's just close these things off. Everything's just situated all over the show here. It's a bit random. But that's how it's going to get. It's going to be a real mess by the time we finish this. But we've only got 5 days left. So that is exciting. I'm trying not to stand too close to the camera because the audio is too loud. Even though I'm using the other speaker. So I guess it's not such a bad thing. And the good thing about that is that I can look to the side. You can't see this, but I can look to the side of where I am, and I can actually see how long I've been talking for, which is 2 minutes now, because there's a timer on the laptop. Okay, so let's go and press this thing in with the corner of that, which is a good thing. So obviously not a minifigure. I think we've done them all. Maybe a ship. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea what today will be. Probably it will be something with a Christmas thing on it. Definitely today. This is worse than the 9-volt battery. This is not the 9-volt battery was good. That was sweet. We should have brought that one back in again. In fact, we have 2 9-volt batteries of the same brand. Yeah, I love Panasonic. Go Panasonic. Today's video was not brought to you by Panasonic 9-volt batteries. But it could have been. Oh, look at this. It's one of those fighters. So these are I'm pretty sure these are straight out of Force Awakens. So this entire set is just all Force Awakens, which is kind of sad. I think I would have preferred a wider range of Star Wars. But I guess when this came out, like if this came out just after Force Awakens, doesn't make any sense. Force Awakens was last. No, this was not Force. This was like Last Jedi time last year. I'm so confused now because no. Force Awakens had come out and whatchamacallit had come out. Rogue One. So what should we use today? Let's put things on. We'll use this thing here. This is an unopened parallax propeller microcontroller. So this is not retro themed. Alright, but one day it will be in my other channel. Oh, we know what we could use. Let's actually just use Star Wars, The Force Awakens, the DVD, rated M. Right. Okay, so we can put that all on. There's not too many pieces in this one. For a spaceship, like I think compared to the Millennium Falcon and other ones, like this one here, and this one. So there's a lot of ships here. Which you can't see very well, Kylo Ren's. This doesn't actually have that many pieces. I could just be imagining the whole thing. But let's just see how we go. Alright. I'm still having, I think the major problem I'm having with these videos is just how to upload them properly. Because I don't really have the internet account that's viable for uploading. Because if I do a 17-minute video like the last one was, which was ridiculous, there was a lot of waffling on that one. When I did the 17-minute one for that one, that was like 2.5 gigabytes on the actual camera, the storage, and that's just too much for me to upload in one day. It would take like a couple of hours with my connection. So I think this is just a way of forcing me to either but so I have to recode it, and every time I recode it, it doesn't come out as well as it does when I've made it, which is not cool. And then of course it gets recoded by YouTube, so there's a lot of recoding, and so the sound definitely comes out a lot worse than I hear. So that I don't. What's the point of recording it on a better camera if it's not going to work? But I'm going to give it a go. Put the camera in a different position, so hopefully, not the camera, the microphone in a different position, so hopefully it doesn't sound too bad. Okay, so we've done a wing, which is the part that you can't really see, right? Because it's all black. So we'll do the bits you can see. Look, this is nice and grey, and this is a clear bit, and you can always see clear things. Then this bit, I'm assuming, goes under the bottom. So we have, I recall a long time ago, we had a conversation about the different colours of grey. I'm not going to zoom in today. You're going to just have to believe me. No, I have to zoom in. I have to. This is the camera's going to get. What are we focusing on? That this is a dark grey and this is a light grey, and it's kind of obvious. But sometimes the dark greys look like blacks. Well, they could be blacks, but the blacks obviously look very black here. So maybe I'm just imagining the whole thing. Maybe I just was having a bad colour day. Maybe one day I hadn't eaten carrots or something, even though I'm pretty sure that's for night vision. Maybe I'd been doing one of these things at night in the dark. And that's where this whole thing came from. This whole bizarre obsession I have with black and dark grey. So I think that one goes there. And let's just make the other side up. Because it's pretty straightforward. This is going to be a quick one. I'm going to do an actual quick one today, because this is not the only one I'm doing today. Zoom back out, guys. Zoom back out. Oh, I had it right the first time. Alright. Yeah. With the DVD there, it looks so huge. Okay, so zoom back out. We've got two wings done. We just have to clip on this bit. And there we go. It's the gold bar bit. Except it's not a gold bar in this case. It's a grey bar. So I've got some orange ones from one of those mixer sets. Not this mixer set. Maybe it's from the orange. There's one that comes in this series. So there's 3 in each group. And I think one of this guy's buddies has a whole bunch of these things on it. Though of course there are other orange ones in the Mixer series. There's quite a few series. This is series 5. I think they went up to series 9 or something. So there's bound to be more orange ones there. So it's a snake. There's a snake and it's got red or orange and it's got those little bar shaped things. They're not that useful when you think about it, because they kind of look a bit ugly. And unless they're gold and you're actually using them in your cops and robbers thing, police people and robbers, then it doesn't make any sense. I don't think so. Like, I think it works well here. Like this is kind of, so I'm just being silly. So the question is which way this is. I'm going to lose my voice, and it's returned. But of course you can see something very important about, if I just go up a bit close, is that if it wasn't that kind of gold bar thing, then these little bits here wouldn't fit. This actually looks kind of like it's like some kind of reindeer or something. That looks more Christmassy than everything else. The antlers. Then you wouldn't be able to fit that on there. So it does make sense. Must finish before voice has been completely lost. So I watched The Darkest Minds last night, and I didn't really. It wasn't very exciting. It's such a cliched young adults film that it's not funny. It's almost like they're mocking. Sorry, if you're a teenager, you're being mocked by that film. Though it's not like terrible. I wouldn't say. Like, you can watch it, but it's just like nothing. And it definitely comes across as like, well, we're going to start a whole series, except we're not, because it wasn't that exciting. So we're not going to continue with this. They might. There we go. And that's it. So this is the whole thing. And this is actually quite a good little model. I like this one. So I should probably have reviewed these. I'm going to put this up, and I like it. It looks quite nice. It makes sense in the whole world, and Kylo Ren's thing can be followed by this, because they're like working together. It's like my escort, always got to do the flybys. Flyby time. And they're going pew 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 at the Y-wing. Were they actually Y-wings? I'm pretty sure this is a Y-wing. This was not in The Force Awakens, was it? Have to watch it again. Alright, so that was that. And there we go. And so we're coming along. There's a lot of ships. One little thing before I finish up at because we're only at 10 minutes. So let's just make it go up to 12. So the last minute, they can all sit there. We'll put the DVD away for a second. And we'll actually take away this box. I'm back. Don't worry, I haven't gone anywhere. And there's probably lots of random bits and pieces on the table. Plastic bag can go away. But I did, in fact, get another advent calendar. So this one, which originally was... my desk is very cluttered. Originally was $59.99 from the warehouse, which, as I reminded you for the non-existent overseas viewers, is like Walmart a little bit, or Kmart or something, or Target or whatever, but in New Zealand, because we like to do things differently. But it's not the same company, it's a different company. So I got this one. This is from 2011, I believe, and so it looks quite exciting, but it's very police and cops and robbers themed. There's obviously Santa isn't. I feel like I always preferred, like, that's basically what the city theme is. It's always like the police do everything. It's a very police state, as someone has mentioned before to me, and you know, it's obviously full of a lot of crime. Everyone's pretty happy there. And there's probably their gold bars that I was just talking about right there in the picture. And you don't get this. It gives the whole thing away. This is what I don't like about this one. Is it basically tells you, first off, it tells you what's behind some of these boxes here already. Maybe it does that on the back of the other one. But I'm not going to turn that one over because it's full of all the bits and pieces. It's sitting on the floor. Don't worry, it doesn't make any sense. Who cares? Alright, and you can't see in the corner. There we go. You can't see in the corner. I could have just zoomed. Why zoom when you can move your hand? Is that going to focus? That's why. That, in fact, each little part of that house, there's actually 4 different days just to make the little jail. And there's 4 different days to make the car. So you've got 8 days for that. You've got 3 days there. So you know what those 3 are. You know what? There's a Christmas tree. You know there's that guy. Does the dog come separate? The dog, it's probably just a dog and a bone, right way around. And that. So you pretty much know everything. So I will give credit for today's Star Wars thing, in that, don't worry, I'm back again, don't need to panic, is that I don't think this was on the box. It's probably on the back. Of course we've got the ATST thing left to go. Is this on the front cover? Have they given it away? Is this on the side? Have they given it away there? I'm just going to check on the bottom. I can't see it. So yes, today's was exciting because you had no idea this was coming. This is like straight up. So there are 3 things we know are coming, and there are 5 days left. So there are 2 more things, I believe, that we have no idea about. Well, I have no idea about because I haven't looked this up on the internet. Or looked this up on the internet and memorized it all. So there you go. That was that. Let's finish it there. And thanks for watching. And don't forget to do all the things. If anyone actually watches this, the more people who like and subscribe, the more people will say, hey, you've got like subscribers. Yeah. So goodbye.